8 of the QuickFit British Touring Car Championship. 12 laps ahead of us, lights quickly out, away they blast, and a good getaway by Sutton. Good start by Lloyd, got a mega getaway by Adam Morgan, but on the run down towards riches for the first time, it's Dan Cammish. Here comes Sutton, look up the inside of Ingram to try to go second, and Dan Lloyd's ahead of Rowbottom on the inside with a good start by Tom Chilton, getting up into 6th place, and Chilton's another on the softs, don't forget, as the leaders crowd one another, but Sutton has hit the front already from 3rd on the grid. Tremendous first couple of corners. Ash Sutton leads out of the hairpin, and there's the rolling roadblock of 3 cars on the hard tyre. Remember, if you see on that graphic the little turbo indicator go green, big slide there from Ingram, who's in the wall, coming off turn 1, clatters the barrier, and he's broken the suspension.
A car that's got less grip, and look, Rowbottom is now going to move past Sutton. Sutton's not going to make this hard for his teammate, he'll just try and follow him, but that was smooth sailing for Rowbottom. Will Sutton try and make it difficult though for Lloyd to get through, because that would really help.
With the drivers behind him having more laps of boost other than Sutton, and of course the correct tyre other than Sutton. Lloyd gets up the inside then and should be able to clear the Napa Racing forward by turn 1. Up the inside line he goes, the man from Huddersfield, Dan Lloyd, up into 2nd place now. So Dan Lloyd is through at the end of the straight. He's taken the race lead. Dan Lloyd goes by. So the Restart Racing Hyundai up into the lead of the race. Rowbottom won't like that. Comes up to fight on the outside line. Which of the 2 Dans is going to come out of the corner ahead? It is Dan Lloyd then. Lap 8 out of 12. Lloyd leads. Rowbottom down to 2nd. And Dan Lloyd with a good move has gone charging by. Rowbottom fights back then. He's got the pace to fight. Dan Lloyd trying to defend all the way through turn 3, and now the run towards Agostini. And Lloyd covers off the inside line. Rowbottom to the outside line. Feels that's worth a chance.
Well, it was the lap that Lloyd had the extra lap of boost. They're both on the same now. So Lloyd used that boost very well to catch Rowbottom unawares and get past.
Rowbottom back up the inside. He's going to retake the lead. Look, coming up towards turn 5. He's done it. So Dan Rowbottom may have lost the lead, but he fights back very nicely. Adam Morgan is right with them as well now. Here comes Morgan up the inside, and he should be able to get past Dan Lloyd by the end of the straight. And he's cleared the black Hyundai, so Morgan goes through, and he's looking very strong indeed. Rowbottom leads, but can he get to the end ahead? The gap is still there between him and Morgan. 1 corner to go. Now up that slight climb towards the timing line. It is going to be in round 8 of the QuickFit British Touring Car Championship. A win for Dan Rowbottom, the 3rd of his career. Rowbottom wins. Morgan is 2nd. 3rd, Tom Chilton, and then 4th and 5th across the line together. Dan Lloyd just ahead of Chris Smiley, who got the best lap of the race. Mikey Doble takes 6th. And that must have been the hardest race of Dan Rowbottom's life, because for all of the 12 laps he was under fire.